Only touch greatness.
Yeah, what's up, y'all? This your main man Chingy, and your boy gonna be coming up on I Only Touch Greatness. We finna, it's going down. Yeah, let's do it.
All right, so coming from Missouri, right? Because you already know, like when we was kids, you know what I'm saying? We used to always have that one person that we looked up to, and we always wanted to be as, you know, especially the rap scene, because I remember times that everybody always wanted to, you know, be like Bone Thugs and Harmony, or like, you know what I'm saying, Pop.
One of my favorites.
Well,
two of my favorites.
Yeah.
And I don't really carry favorites for real, because I think everybody got a special skill set.
Right.
And I think nobody's really better than the other. If I had to say who was that one or couple for me, Eazy was my first ever favorite rapper. Ever. My first ever favorite rapper. Along with Michael Jackson being that same for as R&B goes. So when you put Michael Jackson and Eazy together, you got me. This is where Chingy comes from. Because Michael Jackson made me want to perform on stage. Eazy made me want to rap. Now, when it comes to the arts, I can draw. I always could draw. When we was in first grade, I had a friend who I'm pretty sure is probably a CEO of Disney. His name was David. He was like a nerd geek, just meaning intelligent. And he could draw really good, and he taught me how to draw. And so I always knew how to draw. Like, you know, I was more into music. But I'm also too. I have a degree in astrology and cosmology, astronomy. But Eazy and Michael Jackson is who I would say inspired me to be where I'm at today when it comes to music.
Yep. Prince, go again.
That's something that's for real. Like Eazy, like I remember like when, you know, and I was young, you know what I'm saying, like everybody else, like when I caught wind watching Express Yourself and shit like Easy Street and shit like How You Want It, well, Only If You Want It, you know what I'm saying, shit like that from Eazy.
Yep,
like, it was everything. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So and looking how, you know, West Coast, you know, really put effect on a lot of things that we'd had, you know what I'm saying, around here, because we didn't really have that much of a music scene. So yeah, and like going back to like 99.
I always tell people, but I always tell people that when it comes to Kansas City and St. Louis, it's more of a like a West Coast influence.
Yeah.
It's like a big West Coast influence. Like West Coast gangs came from LA and came to Kansas City and St. Louis.
Yeah.
And that's we get the gang culture directly from that.
Right. And you got to remember, you know what I'm saying, they always pump their games over here. And it's crazy just thinking about this, you know what I'm saying? It takes us back to like when not Eazy, but Ice Cube and DJ Quick, when they say they're coming through, you know, St. Louis. I used to get excited and be like, what the fuck, like, St. Louis, Missouri, what do niggas know about St. Louis, Missouri? But the thing was, the gangs was coming around here, you know what I mean? So when you had a lot of things that coming around here, and then you had crack and all that shit coming around there, because, you know, we have relatives coming out of West Coast. So it's just like stuff like that always got like shocking around here, like, you know what I mean? Like, but here's another thing, like